We've hiked Mountsberg before, but we never knew this trail existed. And halfway in, we found something we definitely weren't expecting. We are at Mountsberg Conservation Area. We didn't know that there's actually trails in Mountsberg, so we decided today that we'll visit it and just explore some structures, some research stuff that the government is doing, some amazing views actually. It's so pretty. We usually just come here for the Mapletown event and some other events like the Winterlit, but we have never actually explored the trails here. It's a 5.6 kilometer loop, rated level 3, but to me it's not a level 3, it's more like a level 1. It's very flat and easy. The sky was this perfect blue and the trees felt endless. The shadows of the trees stretched across the path in the nicest way. The weather was crisp, technically spring, but it felt like fall. A few minutes in, we found this abandoned structure, blocked off, which probably should have been our sign to keep walking, but curiosity won. Inside, we kept wondering, why was this built? Why leave it to fall apart when it has such a perfect view of the reservoir? You can almost imagine what it could be if someone restored it. Yeah, that would be awesome. That's kind of cool, actually. We don't actually know why Mountsberg built that structure. It's not really maintained. There's a lot of animal poop inside, but we still decided to go up it just because it's kind of interesting. Look at this majestic looking tree. The bark is so cool. It looks so old. Well, I made a good decision again to discover a brand new trail that we've never been on. And it's also such a beautiful day. The sky is so blue. It's like -7, I think. Yeah, I don't actually understand why this trail is rated 3.
Just for the length, I guess.
Maybe it's the length, yeah, you're right. Because the definition of 3 for me is the purple trail of Hilton Falls. Yeah. It's like rocky and there's gaps where you're stepping. Tree roots. You know, the GoPro is always filming everything a lot lighter. Probably why it's good for low light situations. It's so quiet. It's even quieter with no kids. So it's kind of enjoyable, but it feels different because there's nobody chit-chattering non-stop. So it's become a very peaceful walk today.
And then cleared out the underbrush and then just built like a whole system of tree houses.
Yeah.
I feel like people would pay like $1,000 a night to go.
I would.
To go stay
I would.
in it, especially if it had a cool view and activities and everything.
Oh my goodness, look at how beautiful this is.
Yeah, it's neat.
This is my favorite spots in this trail because of the dense forest. Let me show you the view. You could also see from in between the trees, you could see the reservoir. So I would say it's well worth the walk, the 5.6 kilometer walk, just to see this. I am totally becoming a tree hugger because of this. There was one small incline, probably the only part of the trail that felt even slightly like a level 3. Otherwise, it was smooth and easy.
This might actually be the only part that's a little bit uphill.
That's crazy.
What are you seeing? Huh? Yeah, this
I used
is...
to just go through this, eh?
I don't know how you would do that.
At one point, we joked that if we were adventurous, we'd cut through the thick forest. But on camera, it looked dark, ominous, and honestly, a little creepy. So we stayed on the path like sensible adults.
This part right here looks super ominous. It's so dark and kind of creepy. But it's still pretty cool. So the map said there's a lookout here, but we're so disappointed if this is what they call a lookout. This is not very impressive. We were expecting picnic tables so that we can have a snack, but I'm not really in for or into sitting on the logs today. Just not in the mood for it. I don't mind it, but I'm not in the mood for it. Anyway, that was quite disappointing. Earlier, we were talking about building a hotel on top of trees, which we think people would pay premium for, except for the fact that the construction and the build of that hotel would be ridiculously complex. And it'll probably be very expensive accommodation. But if we do have it, we are in.
We stopped again where the trees opened up, and the water looked so blue it felt like we were at a cottage somewhere, just calm, open, and quiet.
Somehow it feels like we're in cottage country, or we're just at Mountsberg. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. We're almost back to the beginning of the trail. 5.6 kilometers, took us about a little over an hour. If you have kids, you definitely can do it. It's just you probably need to take some breaks in between because 5.6 kilometers is long. I may not necessarily recommend it for kids less than 9 years old. It might be too much of a walk for them, but you know, you decide obviously. Bring lots of water. And yeah, I think it's really doable. Don't believe the site because it does say level 3. I think it's very easy. It's not like rocky or hilly or anything like that. So yeah, highly recommend that you try this trail. It's very scenic, very nice. Thank you so much for watching us, and we will see you in our next videos. Bye for now.